Okay, you guys, happy Father's Day 2021. I did make a video last year about Father's Day gift ideas. I'm gonna include a link in the description below if you guys want to look at that also. Okay, this is me in a very tight spot. Sometimes we don't even fit in certain spots, and we gotta try to find a way to make it happen. So this is me making it happen, kneeling down, my belly's hitting my knees. I'm like, and the spot's really tight. I can barely get two hands in there to work. Very difficult to get my lighting, my little iPhone stand in there so I can give you a proper image. And I apologize about the blurry image, but I know you guys get the idea. The inline one goes where the old valve was, where the 3/8 compression fitting is at. You take off the supply line, put it in, tighten it up, and then you have a 3/8 compression fitting on top of the inline one, and you have a 1/4 turn ball valve in there. They work really good, save us a lot of time. If you got to sweat it on fitting, and you don't have enough pipe left there, to put on the new one, and you don't want to take off the old escutcheon cover because it's going to look kind of cheesy, even if you fix the wall without an escutcheon, then it's an idea. It can save you a lot of time and trouble. You want to remember, first things first, turn the water off. I don't know how many times us maintenance guys even didn't turn the water off and we got in trouble. Maybe less than a handful of times in 26 years, but I think we've all done little mistakes like that. Even something called crossover. You shut off the water, let's say the hot side, and you working on something, some kind of plumbing, like changing a shutoff valve or supply line, something like that. Somebody turns on the cold water, they open up the hot water, it crosses over through the faucet, and it goes right to where you're working at. So it's a tricky situation. So you want to shut off all the water if you can, which is what I did. I shut off all the water. If there's someone in the unit, I'll tell them, please do not turn the water on. Okay. Give you a generalized description. One of the things to look out for, if you have an old one in this compression, and you take it out, remember that length for that pipe coming out, it might be too long, and you can crank it down, and it'll still leak, and you'll be like, what's leaking? What did I do wrong? It wasn't you. It's just the new ones are shorter inside, the internal depth. The older ones might be a bit longer. And like I said, you ain't getting that brass ring out. Once you compress it, it's staying there permanently. Even if you try to cut it out, now you got an indentation in the pipe, and it probably won't work for you. Especially when you got such short areas to work. So that's why I'm trying to give you a couple ideas here today. Yeah, you could put Teflon tape where I put the supply line on there. It really isn't necessary if you use proper technique, which I'm explaining. You actually just tighten the nut and you hold the line straight, and it'll compress to be the old days. Okay, so something to definitely consider. Is there anything else for right now? I'm gonna leave it alone. Oh yes, using pipe dope, Teflon paste is a good idea. So you get some kind of lubricant so you can talk things down really nice. I've seen guys do it dry. You hear squeaking. It doesn't come out as tight. Professional way would be Teflon tape, Teflon paste, Teflon tape, pipe dope. But for the most part, I know the equipment I work with, and I know if it's going to leak or not. I also make a rope, which I explained in one of my videos about Teflon tape, paste, and the rope, and mega tape and things like that. I have that video posted. Maybe I'll put a link for that also in the description. Okay. What else? Not always the supply line is going to work all the time. If you're changing the shut off and that line looks old, and you look inside on the bottom 3/8 compression side, you don't see no washer there, it ain't going to work. You need a new supply line. Okay, but things worked out. I tried to make the video as short as possible, so I apologize for the length. Again, happy Father's Day 2021, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye. Okay, I know this is a little bit of a tight squeeze, but we gotta make it happen. Okay. Even though I got the water off, there's gonna be a little bit of water in the line, hence the rags.
tight in there for some reason. Piece the angle. Who can put the line? Most likely. Okay, not that much water came out. That's good. Can use a sawzall to cut it if it's really tight. The pipe isn't that long enough. Here the pipe seems really long, so I'm gonna go with a little pipe cutter. Yeah. Try to find a good spot where it's nice and smooth. A little hard, camera's in the way, lights in the way. I'm leaning over. There we go. There we don't go. Okay, I think that's it right there. Yep, that's it. A little bit crooked. That's all right. Unless it cuts it, I don't care. Almost through. I can feel it. Good. We didn't get a lot of water out of there. That's good. I like that. I like to do a clean job. This is a compression. If all else fails, this is an inline shutoff. Basically, I would attach this to the old valve in between the supply line and the valve itself. And I would have had a shutoff. Having a little trouble in here. I think I'm going to change my angle so I can work a little bit better. Because I'm going to have to use two hands in a minute. Okay, this is just a supply line that's slightly in the way. That. And of course I can't. Doesn't want to cooperate today. You guys will get the picture anyway. Even the light is in my way. Sometimes you run into awful spots like this, just the way it is. In between a bathtub that's pretty high and a toilet. So I'm really bending down a lot to get in here. And of course my stomach is in the way. Got that? Okay. It's a good idea to clean it if you don't. It could leak on you. I'm putting pipe dope on the threads so I can really crank it down. This is 1/2 inch. If I'm doing 3/4 or God forbid I have to put one of these in the wall, there's nothing available at the time, have to kind of jerry rig it. Probably work for years, up to decades. The pipe helps you crank things down a lot better. That's what it's basically for. Without it, it's not as easy to crank things down. It's kind of like a lubricant. It helps seal it also. You can use Teflon tape if you want. I prefer pipe dope. Some people like Teflon paste. Professional ways to use Teflon tape and paste, or Teflon tape and post. I mean, pipe dope, or give me a second. I'm getting there. This one got to open up a little bit. Okay, that should be it. We are definitely getting there. See, I can barely turn the wrenches. They're so tight in here. Okay, that's good. I didn't finish my statement. For 1/2 inch, I get away with the 2-channel locks. You guys see here, or these are Nippics. If I'm doing 3/4 inch on the wall, I have 12-inch Milwaukee crescent style wrenches that work really good. It's just a 1/4 turn ball valve. I'm gonna go turn the water back on, check my work. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. That was just the air coming out of the line after I turned the water back on. The water's definitely on and my work is holding. So that's a good thing. Lady got flooded yesterday pretty bad. So I thought I'd come here and cut the old valve out, put another one in. There it is. I'm not allowed to sweat. So, at least in this location. Years ago, that's all we used to do, sweat. I did have a very big issue. I was trying to get a valve on a hot water tank, 3/4 inch. It winds up that brass washer was quick and I didn't notice. So after close inspection, after several minutes trying to get it on, I inspected the brass washer, and sure enough it was crimped. I had to go get another one. The valve went right on, finished the job quickly enough. Now once you put these on, that brass washer compresses against the copper pipe. It does not come off, you gotta cut it out. So usually you leave the nut, reuse the nut, reuse the same compression brass washer, and put a new valve in there. Once in a while you see the old one there and you can't get the new one to work. What happened? The old ones were a little bit longer in the depth inside. So you have to actually cut some of the copper to get the valve in tight against the compression fitting. That has happened in the past. Haven't run it across this location, but definitely in the past. Things to look out for, okay? Gonna put my supply line back on and I'm all done. You guys don't need to see that, that's pretty easy. Basically put it on there, tighten it up. When you do put the line on, you want to keep this part steady. Excuse me. You want to keep this part steady and only turn the nut. Okay? And you're good to go. Okay, real test. Is it going to leak? It ain't leaking. Good to go. See you guys in the next one. Bye.